Check, Jake. Yeah. We're live, baby.
8 p.m. here, you know that. You dragged me out of bed. I was napping.
These time zones suck, man. We'll be in Thailand soon.
You know what also sucks?
Don't say some gay shit.
All right. Anyways, I don't know about you, but it's been a fucking busy week, boys. Am I sharing screen? I don't need to share screen right now, but if I am, let me know.
Not yet. You want to?
Not really. I've got some kind of upsetting stuff on my screen right now, and it starts with PAWG. Let me move that. Am I not the funniest YouTuber in the crypto space? I might be.
It's not bad.
I mean, no, but I'm not joking. So let me just do some shameless plugging this. No, good. First, GGG. Parker, I got to start posting my link now in my own chats. The team said, I'm waiting for you to say it.
Said what? Oh, the team? Yeah.
The team said, Jake, you're not fucking selling. Okay, you keep giving away so much free value. I'm sick of it.
The team is AFK at the moment.
The links don't work in that chat. Are they not working? Okay, I guess
interact in real time.
Okay, let's lock in. You know, it's 8 p.m. It's Sunday night, and here we are. Let's lock in. Give me the screen. I'm going to teach everybody how to monetize.
The screen is yours.
Okay.
You're showing yourself. Good job, GG.
Yep. Hey, it can't be as bad as Tuesday, okay? That's going to be an interesting stream if we can get that to work. Because I know there's going to be conflict between you and my mate, but we'll figure that out. So there's been this change of reality in cryptocurrency, Parker. I need you to come in here and don't be silent, okay? Because Bobby's been very silent with me on streams where I feel like he's just not locked in, okay? It's 8 p.m. here, and I want to teach some of you guys and talk about this 30K, okay? Do you know what the 30K is? You know what the 30K is to normal people, Parker? You taught me this, not me.
What is the 30K? The 30K is the threshold where you can meaningfully start to replace your salary, your income. That's the threshold.
You're fucking right. Ding, ding, ding. Put that on Kahoot. That's a point for you, young man. Okay? That's a point for you. I thought you weren't going to get that because you taught me that. So when we hear Parker and other guys, we talk about the 30 to 50K portfolio guys, right? There's a lot of guys, I'm going to be watching this recording, going to be watching your channel as well, that have that sort of numbers, right? We spoke to so many guys. I would say half of our group is in that sort of range, which, by the way, is fucking amazing, right? This is a lot of money. This is more than what normal people have, paycheck to paycheck. You have done something very, very well, but there's a lot of guys that are holding this that are just hodling for your life. I was watching Matt streams the other day, and I was on his channel as well, and there was guys in this sort of bracket that had no fucking idea that we were talking about And when we unlocked the key here that we're going to do for some of you guys, it completely changed their mindset. It was almost like that aha moment, and it was nice to fucking see on his little stream that we did. And I literally believe this video can unlock it. Not what you should do. We're going to show you what we do, and it's right in front of your eyes. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we're getting better at the conversation. Yep, 100%. We're trying to a little bit more. You know, you've kind of stepped back a little bit. Because here's the reality, right? This is Reddit, not me. I was trying to find, I don't know about you, but I always fucking use Reddit, especially when I have a fucking health concern. It's always Reddit. Okay. The average salary in America, according to the biggest Reddit threads, and everybody was arguing with people, but they said the average is 35 to 40K at most. Okay. And not many making more than 50K net a year. Now, this is obviously after tax, but it's about that 30 to 50K. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yep.
I'd say even some people I know that that's on the high end for some people. A lot of people. Hopefully, a lot of us in crypto, if you've worked up to that 30K bag, you're making more than this. You know, you have a high active income, but we're going to fix that in the next part of this live right now.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know I'm not just going to talk about fucking doing trading? You don't know that yet.
I hope not.
Know what's on this.
I hope not.
You don't know what's on this presentation.
I'll leave the stream.
Well, it's your stream, so that would just be me. And here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you a little story, okay? Do you remember at primary school when our teachers would always ask us what we wanted to be when we grew up? Do you remember that? It happened in my school, and it was like a wholesome question, right? What did you say before I tell you what I said?
I apparently wanted to be a train conductor. As a kid, I thought trains were cool, bro.
Oh, you were sitting there playing. That explains why you're gay and zesty. Does that pay good?
Actually, I think it does pay good. Actually, out here.
Okay, good.
You're just never home.
What do you think I said?
I'm curious.
What do you think?
Dancer.
I technically was that for older women. I said something along the lines of on the TV. So I guess this is a new TV.
Okay.
So I would say, I think I said singer, but then I realized the accent is rusty. In Scotland, you probably have no chance. But it was basically, I don't want to use the word famous, but that's what it basically was. Okay, that's what it was. But a lot of people said footballer, astronaut was a big one. Okay, how many people said fucking astronaut? Okay. But they're too fucking afraid to fucking understand what you have to do to that. A lot of people said singing, a lot of people said policeman, and a lot of people said doctor. This was, especially in Scotland, the kind of average, right? And here's a harsh reality about most people right now, and I hate to fucking say this. This is most people right now.
Yeah, stuck in the rat race.
Stuck in the rat race. And it's not about being a slave, but I remember after the wholesome moments of primary school to high school, I left school at 16. Shit got fucking real. So it was almost like high school was difficult when you were there and you just wanted to grow up. But once you grew up, at least for me, there was no lunch money. It was getting a job or going to college. It was fucking real world time. And this was me for a long amount of time. And what I realized was the goal really about 40 to 60-hour work weeks? Okay. Now, this is just my mind shutting some stuff up there with a shitty mortgage, with your 2 out of 10 wife that moans, okay? 2 to 3 crap holidays, the pub every weekend to extend that dad bod, having nothing left at the end of the month to show for it, all to make your boss and CEO buy himself a new car.
Yeah.
That's the harsh reality, right? At least for us in the UK. Okay, you have these big aspirations, and don't worry, I'm going to tie this back to cryptocurrency. Don't fucking worry. But this was the start, okay? This is where it ends up. And a lot of people, unfortunately, finish here. They're done. Okay? They're done. That's it. And by the time they hit 60, 65, I don't know what it is to retire in your country, it's basically, okay, now you can relax. But then they realize that some of these pensions, etc., don't have them tied enough to see them through. Okay? And then their son has to step in, and it just becomes a big disaster.
Yeah, I think. I think you think you have more time than you have too, and you just get sucked in, and you do the same week over and over for the next 40 years, and before you know it, it's over.
And everybody also says, oh, next month, I'm going to do this. Okay, that could even be the gym. Next month. And before you know it, you've wasted a decade and you're in the exact same situation. In fact, a worse situation because inflation's went crazy and fucking Bitcoin's at $1 million. Okay, so we do not want to be fucking there. Okay, so my goal in this
video... That's the killer of everything. Later is the killer of everything. If you don't do it now, today on something, you do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. I've seen it so many times. Yep.
And here's the thing, man. We're on the 11th right now in my time zone. How many people have already filled their New Year resolutions? Okay. So let's fucking change that. Majority, right? How many people said, oh, I'm getting to it, and then February's here, and then it's spring, and then it's summer, and then you guys are just going to sit in the sidelines. Okay, so we need to get all of this. And again, this is going back to the guys that have 30 to 50K portfolios. If you don't have that yet, keep doing this. But maybe take away this and DCA along the way. Okay? Maybe take away this and delay gratification. And if you can take away the 2 out of 10 wife legally, I would maybe do that. So, what are your options with a 30K to 50K bag? Parker, how would you start this? Because I'm going to give a framework, but I just want to hear your thoughts. Somebody joins our group and has a 30 to 50K bag. What are you telling them?
Yeah, if you have 30 to 50K in crypto, and hopefully it's in smart blue chips, long-term bags, it's something that you can easily monetize and start making, let's just say that 8 to 12% a month range, where you can start making about 3 to 5K a month off the crypto you already own. And it adds so much freedom to your life and portfolio, where no matter what the market does next, you're going to have cash flow coming in. You have cash flow to buy the dips, you have cash flow to keep buying if things go sideways, or if things go up, you have even more money to enjoy and profits to set on the side. It just adds a lot of freedom to the scenario. And like you said, if you have less, be patient. So many people with less money, like say you have 15K, you try to over squeeze it. You try to take moonshots and gambles, and you end up fumbling that 15K and you turn it into 2K. Think about that guy that joined the fast track recently, that he had over half a Bitcoin and he got a little too excited with leverage and he turned that into 15K, or maybe it was less than that. Somewhere around there, right? So it's like you can really fumble the bag if you're not careful. So really recognizing that and then building a strong foundation, I think, is the most important thing that you can do.
Yeah, nice thumbnail, by the way. Nice thumbnail. Anyways, that's important, right? What he said is exactly right. Because if 2025, and we always go back to this, but we need to keep repeating ourselves. It's like the personal trainer that says, why do you need a personal trainer? You know, you hit chest, you hit fucking arms, because you need fucking told so many times until it fucking clicks. Okay, that's why you need a personal trainer. And that's why you need me and Parker showing up as much as we can to show you guys and to fucking drill it in your head so you don't become this rat. Okay? What happened in 2025 for most people, if you're a hodler? Okay, it happened for majority of my bag. Okay, what happened was you did this. You just holding on, right? You're just holding on. And unfortunately, if you're brand new, you bought up here and you're panicking here, right? So you constantly fucking lose. And that's what we need to fucking get out of the way if you want to take 2026 very fucking seriously. Okay? Because if you don't, you're going to be in the exact same situation as you are in 5, at 7, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I finally got the link to work. This is why I've not been locked in. Okay, now I can lock in. Sufyan's been fucking messaging me like a madman. Okay, he's like, Jake, you're not fucking. You keep giving away so much value. Okay, please. Okay, I need to eat. Okay, Sufyan, shut the fuck up. Let's lock in. No, you don't even understand half of it. Okay, so 30 to 50K back. And if you have less, something you point in mind, still working towards 50K. Okay, whatever you have, if that's 25, 30, if you're working towards that, keep doing what you did. Okay, and hopefully by June, July, August, or however long it's going to take you, you're going to be there. But if you have 25, 20K, you can, whatever you make in the UK, I'm guessing you're at, we can start to bring down your hours if you want, right? Because again, the whole goal is not the money. The whole goal is to use the money for freedom and live that life that you want. Okay, because I guarantee majority of us don't want to be doing this for the next 20 to 30 years. I didn't. I had to lock the fuck in, or this was going to be my reality, right? But a lot of people just, like we said, a decade goes past and they're like, oh, might as well. I'm too old now. It's never too late, bro. It's never too late. Let's lock in. 50K in crypto. I've got a juicy one for you, by the way. So the majority of people, what's that noise? Parker?
That might be the train that's going by right now. I'm not going to lie.
It's your future life, bro. That's you, bro. Okay.
That's my dreams passing me outside.
you imagine with a little fucking hat on? You couldn't gel your hair. You'd have to wear the hat, bro. So you'd be cooked, bro. You don't. You're not a hat kind of guy. Okay. So let's talk about what you do with 50K. You go bald. Okay. So mixture of low chips, altcoins. Okay. So this is option number one, and this is what most people do, right? And there's nothing wrong with this. Majority of my portfolio is still doing this, right? You get your mixture of low chip, caps, blue chips. Okay. You wait and you do nothing. Okay, it either goes up or it goes down. It doesn't really that's the way it is. You're basically relying on the market to feed you over time. But a lot of people that are in this kind of portfolio size, at least the guys I speak to, they need it to happen tomorrow. And that's the difference. Okay, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Okay, but ideally you cash out a higher value. But you know what the problem with that is, Parker, is what do you do next? You have to do it all over again.
Yep.
Right.
And I think that's one of the keys too, is that you need it to appreciate. So it puts you back in that same, you're the rat in the chair, like, please boss, pay me, please pump my bags, instead of taking control and building a business and earning an income off the crypto you own.
Exactly. You're constantly in that framework. And by the way, if you win, and then you eventually just fucking lose for whatever reason, okay, you have to restart. It's game over. So you're constantly depending on an unreliable, let's be honest, with cryptocurrency. It's just, you can't control it, right? You're not a market maker. You're not one of these hedge funds. You can't control it. You're just a fucking normie like me, like him. We can't control where it's going to go. Sure, we believe our assets. We can do the research all you want. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. And you're not getting paid today because we need paid now. Okay? Because guess who needs paid? The electricity man needs paid. Your kids need paid. Your fucking rent needs paid. You need to get fucking income. Okay, and if you fuck up, you're back in the job. So it's not reliable enough just to rely on this strategy, but it can work once you get big enough where you can scale. But majority of people in this 30 to 50K, they don't want to cash out and spend it, right? Because that would be done because they believe it's going to go up. So you're stuck, okay? And that's fine. It's a good place to be. At least you're in crypto, but this is where most people just stay, okay? They stay. And they cash out, they buy a bigger house, they buy a fancy car, and then what? There's nothing you can do. 22K to 7K last year. I went 22K to 7K last year. You mean your income went down to 7K? I don't know what you mean. Hopefully not. Trading. Well, basically the same as this, but a lot more volatile and a lot more risky, right? You buy and sell for profit, you execute, and you reinvest profits. But most people don't do this. A lot more time
consuming as well.
A lot more time consuming, unless you're the number one trader on YouTube, which is me. Or our favorite LP pools and a hibernation of both. You earn fees, you stack coins, you compound fees, and or you use some for cash flow, which we can break down in a second. Lending, there you go.
That up. You said LP pools. That stands for liquidity pools.
Not bad, but at least it doesn't say pills.
That's true.
Thanks.
Earn fees, stack coins, compound fees. Perfect.
Lending, on you go.
Bump that over to the left a little bit. I can't see. Your camera's.
You mean right.
Oh, you slide it to the left. There we go. Yeah, lending. Lending is one of the best strategies I think that you can do in crypto, because you can take your crypto as collateral just like you ever would real estate. You take the real estate, you pull your equity out from it, and you use that equity to get the next home or the next DeFi position to focus on cash flow and growing your business over time, using your equity to open positions that pay you each and every day. And you start to build this portfolio to where you're not taking your cash and just buying an asset and waiting and hoping it appreciates. Because most people in real estate, they're not making their money off of appreciation. They're making their money off cash flowing doors. And I'm taking that same thesis and applying that to crypto. We're trying to get more doors, more cash flow off of those assets we're holding while they appreciate, whether they do 1% the next year or whether Bitcoin goes up 50% the next year. We're still making cash flow off of all of our little crypto properties.
Beautiful.
And you use that to buy more properties, and you just keep that going and going and going.
And I'm coming to terms with this, right? He's bringing me over to this side, what I've seen him done for our 10K Fast Track group, okay? So very, very good stuff there, and I've seen it happen in real time that we will talk about. All of this to say that this is our goal, potential profits. But really, again, it's just fucking getting out of this, okay? That's all that really means in a nutshell, okay? It's just a piece of paper at the end of the day. You're wasting your life. If you like your job, that's fine. Why are we watching this fucking video? But you're literally trading the most valuable asset, okay, of your life that you can never buy back for a piece of paper. But it's not the piece of paper, is it? It's what you can do with a piece of paper. Okay, so you just have to start thinking like this and just understand where your time is being going. Did you watch Netflix last night? Maybe you did. How much was that hour or 2 hours that you wasted spending that? Okay, we have to be so fucking locked in with our time. Now, sure, we can chill out, we can do some fun stuff, but we need to make sure we have a fucking system where we can take control. Because if we can't take control, you're fucking going to be somebody's, you know what, at the end of the day, and he has full control. Because guess what? If you don't have this piece of paper, it's game over. You're on the streets. Yeah. That's the way it is right now in the real world. Okay, and I've seen it more often than I would like to say in Glasgow, Scotland. It's becoming a fucking shithole, and there's so many homeless people, right? Not to say that any of you guys are going to be out there, but in my opinion, you know, we're basically there, okay? Especially if you have big fucking goals to not do what this is on the screen, right? And if you do, fantastic. But again, it's just not going to happen by accident, okay? I've been in there. I thought I was going to get lucky, just win the lottery, you know, get on TV. It didn't fucking happen, okay? It was years and years and years of constant hard work. And I'm nowhere even fucking finished yet. And Parker's nowhere near finished yet. We're just getting started, okay? But we can only take what we've learned and try and educate you guys to try and do the same if you want. Let's talk about the baseline. Still holding everything from last year. Shit happens. GG. We'll get to comments in a second. So this is the most basic form of hodling, right? It's simple custody, right? You buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, et cetera, et cetera. We've all been there, right? Parker, you probably started here. Everybody starts here. Let's be honest, right? Yeah. And again, this is a great place to be.
Get told what to buy, and you buy it, and you hold it.
Yeah, and this is a great place to be because at least you're doing something, right? You at least are putting you're getting yourself a free spin, right? Of course, it's risky, it can go down, etc. It depends how strong this is up here, but at least you're fucking taking a chance, and I respect that. But we can do so much more if we're trying to get income because this doesn't pay you until you cash out, and you need to get constantly paid. You go to hardware wallet, that's kind of the next step, and then you wait for a peak run or etc. Right? The pros of this is okay, maximum security, zero counterparty risk, easy to manage. The cons is you're not getting paid. You only get paid when you cash out, and then you have the biggest problem yet is what do you do after that? Because that was my biggest problem of even if this altcoin season happened in 2025, which it never. My biggest massive fear, I don't know about you, Parker, but you've been doing DeFi longer than me, but my biggest fear was okay, now what? What do I do now? Because now I have all this money, but I need to start deploying it because it's going to get wrecked in my bank account. You know, I need to get paid all the time. It could be real estate, it could be not. It needs to go somewhere. You need to be getting paid. Yeah. Because if you don't, you're going back to square one. Okay. Again, the con to this is there's no growth beyond price appreciation. You have to understand when to get back in, get back out, and you're sitting outside the system instead of participating in it. Right. Trading. I'm going to skip this right now because it's too long, but you guys get the point of this. You can Bobby printed on tits, but again, blah blah blah. I mean, this was you know we thought we did this stream. I think it was 2 months ago in my smaller channel. You probably don't remember. And this was TJ's coin. I don't know if you remember TJ. Look at this. Yeah. These coins do well until they don't. Do you understand? These coins do well until they don't. So all the guys that were here.
And what's the odds you really bought at that beginning versus the top?
Exactly. Where you bought was here. Okay? That's where you guys bought. And that's where most guys bought. And that's where I would buy. Because I don't fucking know what peasant's going to do. I'm just 100x coin, previous Jake Gordon. Let me see what happens. Oh, lost.
Did you sell it at 13 or were you still holding for that 100x? Did you take the 10x or did you? Yeah, there's so many things that go wrong.
So many things that go wrong. And again, it's just fucking luck. It is. There's no guy out there that's consistently played this time and time and time and time again. There might be 0.1%. Somebody will mention a guy, that's fine. But if you're an army like me, like Parker, that doesn't have the time to go and study this, there's no chance. There's zero chance. No chance. So we can't really use this as a realistic way, especially what we've learned in 2025. How's those meme coins? How's those AI coins? How's those gaming coins? I'll tell you where they are. Look at my portfolio. They're all down 90%. In the fucking toilet, bro. And that's where you're going to be cleaning toilets if you keep playing this strategy. So we can't do that. That's crazy. Active holding, liquidity, and lending. This is where we need to start puckering up. Real estate is my goal. Trading is not. Cool. Have you sold your crypto, Jake? Yes, because I trade every single day. So Bobby said that to me. He was like, wish you can tell people you've actually sold that because you trade. Yeah, I sold a lot of crypto.
Profit. How'd that feel?
I sold a lot of I sold a lot of crypto, but I haven't sold this back. Okay. Well, I've not sold a lot of crypto. Let's rephrase that. I've sold. Look at that history, bro. But here's the kicker, right? And I always share this. That's where it was at. Okay, and some of you guys don't have 1.3 to 800K, can lose 500K on paper. It even sucks for me. This is not a strategy. This is not a strategy. This is a long-term strategy, but you're not going to get out of your job with this strategy. Let's be honest, because you need income, right? And that's the kicker. So once you go down the ranks of hodling, okay, most people start to understand, and that's maybe if it's Parker's channel, my channel, other guys' channel, we're all talking about the same stuff, right? It's all the same stuff. It's just whoever you fuck with at the end of the day. You start to understand there's other ways to generate money from your bags that you currently hold. Okay, and this could mean providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges, lending assets to borrowers, using structured vaults to automatic yield strategy. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's whatever you choose to do. Again, you're all about optimizing, which is one of Parker's things to say. You win for sure. Optimizing, right? And the pros of this is your assets are collecting more assets. You are being productive while you do what you want to do. So just think of it as you have $1. I don't know if you ever heard this saying before, Parker. Your dollar now goes to get to work for you. Okay? This is when the magic happens. And it might not bring back a full dollar. It might bring back 1/3 of a dollar. But it's doing the work for you while you can continue to keep doing the work to feed that dollar.
Just lets you focus on what matters. Yep.
Exactly. So, don't need to go into this too much. It's just a lot of junk. Again, cons on this. We can talk about this impairment loss, smart contract risk. We only talk about good platforms we like. We spoke about them many times. We can talk about them in the stream. But we shouldn't be touching sketchy platforms. And this is where people bring up the word, oh, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? Trust me, I've been there with Celsius. Wasn't necessarily DeFi. It was basically just saying, hey, Alex Mashinsky, do your thing. And guess what? He didn't do his thing. And that was not full control. Okay, that was my bad. It is what it is. But I learned the hard way. Okay, so what can you do with 50K in crypto? Okay, we're going to talk about some raw stuff here. We're going to talk about some blue chips, even taking on more sketchier plays, holding DeFi, best of both worlds. Let me just see chat. What's minimum entry for liquidity pools? What's minimum entry for liquidity pools? I hate that question.
$1. 10 cents. You can open it with anything and see it working and play around. And then you can scale. Once you have it figured out, you know what you're doing. You can open these little positions with 10 cents and just see it, understand what's happening. But then if you're making 10% a month off $1, you're making 10 cents a month. And then you just need to learn to scale at that point. And then you put $1,000 in, and then you're making X amount a month. You put X in, you make X amount a month, right? So you just need to learn, play around with it. You can play around with it again, $5, and then scale it. And that's how you build the life that you want.
Yeah.
That's something you can't do with real estate. You can't buy a house with $1 to learn how to do real estate right and then scale it. You can't do that.
You stole my thunder. That's where I was going. But exactly what he said, right? With real estate, it's fine. And once you get to a big enough level, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it, right? But you have to understand, like, if we're talking about the 30K to 50K portfolios, okay, outside of taking a mortgage or whatever, right? What can you do with 30 to 50K? I'll tell you what you can do in the UK. You can maybe buy a shed. You buy a shed. You buy a shed. You can't buy anything for $30,000 in the UK. Okay, you're not getting a real estate property. Okay, and even if you can, you're making absolutely fucking nothing while your shitty tenant, okay, doesn't pay rent, doesn't fucking do anything, and stays there for 6 months, and you lose money. That's what happened to me on a 45K pound piece of shit property in Hamilton. That's what happens, right? With this in pools, if you know what you're doing on assets you like, you can create more than your income once you get down the line.
Easily.
You're never, ever going to do that on a 45K piece of fucking property in the UK, and probably not in your country, Parker. What does that bring you in yield? Let's say you could buy a house at 40. What is it? I don't know what it is. Is it 10% per year? Is that appreciation? I don't know what the numbers are, but it's just not going to fucking happen.
Yeah. Not
yeah.
Not even comparable. Now,
Not
there's a lot less volatility in real estate, but
is there? I mean, because we're talking about the 40.
If you're talking about occupancy, then yeah, I see what you're saying.
We're talking about the 30 to 50K real estate, which by the way is nothing, but we're just talking about bottom of the barrel, right? That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the $1 million properties where everybody's fucking nice and rosy and you're good because those guys are rich, right? We're talking about these sorts of people. Yeah, and again, there's nothing wrong with this. They just don't have money, right? So number one is, guess what? You have a property manager that also takes 10%. So you're immediately losing 10%. Number two is rent is going to be late most of the times. Number 3 is it's probably going to stink of cigarettes, and there's probably going to be a dirty dog in there just because he's wet. There's no hate
and that 30 to 50K, you put that down on a house, and then you no longer have any capital. Like, that's if you can get in with 30K these days. You know,
and
so
guess what?
It's a different game.
The bottom of the story is it's always going to come back to this. So there you are. You're doing this for the next 10 to 20 years to try and get your next 30 to 50K. You're always coming back to here. Okay? That's the problem that most people don't understand, is we need to get out of here as fast as possible, okay, in the safest way. And real estate is safer than crypto, but you're never going to fucking make it because you have to go back to here to grind up. Because if the average salary is 35, 40K, okay, well, let's just say you could have no expenses. You can buy a house a year, but guess what? You have fucking expenses, okay? And all that expenses is going to make you have nothing left at the end of the month. Okay.
Investor Chip says, house hacking adds value. And exactly. That's the same thesis I'm applying to crypto, right? If you house hack, yes, you can do that. But if you're like putting equity into a home, then you can cash out, refinance that equity and move that to the next home. And that's the same game I'm playing with crypto right there. I'm buying the Bitcoin, pulling equity out of the Bitcoin to create cash flow, use the cash flow to buy more Bitcoin, pull equity out of the Bitcoin, create more cash flow. And that's the loop that we're playing on the crypto side. So it's pretty similar to what I imagine you're talking about there. Yeah, that's the game.
I went from 84K down to 14K, only with memes. There you go. Perfect example.
84 to 14. Bro, that's just... At that level where you're at 84K, if that's like your only money, I imagine that's everything in crypto. That's so much. You don't even realize how much is gone. That's crazy.
Yep. And now you're hoping for a miracle. So again, it's being
a good steward of your money. Like, it just... You start to get so used to it's kind of like with your Urus, right? It starts to feel more like a car. It just feels like a car now. Maybe not yet, but eventually it will.
No, it is. It is. It is. It is.
Same way with your memes. You're just in memes. You forget how fucking risky that shit is because it's exposure therapy, and then you lose all your money, and then you fucking kill yourself. Like, it's scary, bro. That's not good. You're young enough, hopefully, that you can recover from that. That's an expensive mistake to make. 60K holding just memes. So we tend to forget that some of this shit is not going to win for sure. Some of this shit it's gonna lose. You're gonna be the guy that pays the people that make the money. It's PvP, bro.
Okay. Yeah, it's PvP. Okay, we got some good questions. Yeah, can you talk about pills, please? Well, okay. Where have you been? Because that's what we're doing. If you have a specific question about pills, we will answer every single question about pills within reason. But where have you been, bro? It's time to lock in, okay? Because you guys are too busy fucking locking in on this, okay? We don't want to be locking in on this. We want to be locking in this to fucking milk for income, okay? This guy's laughing at us right now. We want to be laughing behind his back because he doesn't know how much damage we're doing, so we can just give him the middle finger and say, I am done, okay? That's what we want to do. But right now, he's laughing at most of you guys, and he'll continue to do this in 26, 27, 28, 29, and then you'll just give up, okay?
And I'll tell you, it's a weird feeling when you started off that little fucking rat right there, that little mouse, and then you start literally just blowing past your boss's income, and you see him stressed about money and life and just like over the little things, and you just can't relate because you're half the age and you are making his yearly in a month type shit. You know,
you got to calm down, Parker. People keep telling me your ego is too big. I'm joking.
Who's saying that?
It's about me. I was a fucking joke. So here's
what becomes hard is your mindset, because then you can't relate to your boss anymore as someone to idolize or like as a someone to work towards. What's that? Not an idol, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're no longer leaders because you're outperforming them and you're half the age.
Yeah, these guys should be mentors, but they don't give a fuck about you in the real world. We give a fuck about you. We give a fuck about you. Believe it or not, we care more about you than you think. Okay, some of you guys don't care about us. Maybe you care about Parker. He's more nice. Okay, I'm bad cop. He's good cop. Okay, I care about you so much, but I have to be that bigger brother, and I'm fucking probably younger than all you guys in chat. But I want to just understand that if you don't fucking take it for yourself, I've been telling this Parker behind the back with some of his guys, right? On some of the sales guys, right? You need to fucking be so harsh on yourself and on people around you, because yes men will get you nowhere. These guys at the fucking pub are just yes men, okay? Because once you start outperforming them in monetary value, and that's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about other stuff, right? All that other stuff is spiritual. You can do as you want. We're talking about fucking making money, right? Once you start outperforming them in money, which is the goal, guess what happens? Resentment happens. They don't want to be your friend anymore. You're too good for them.
So much resentment, bro.
So much resentment, right? And I've been there so many fucking times. So it's a funny story you said about your boss there. I remember when I started my e-com journey, and I was like, I was planning the day. I knew the day when I was going to quit. But I just wanted to know. I wanted to be so. I was such a dickhead in my fucking sales job in Exercise for Less, because I started to, when I knew I had enough, I bought the Ford Mustang. Right. That's when he could start to see. He was like, "You're making like 30K. How have you just bought a fucking 40K Mustang GBP? Like, how have you just done that?" So you started to see, right? And then I just started to become a dick, right? I started to just show up late, and I was pushing him, right? Because he pushed me so hard. He used to sit behind me, and I used to have to fake call leads because there was nobody to fucking call to join the gym. If you're from East Kilbride, Glasgow, how many people can you call? And he's sitting me fucking, and I could fucking feel his stare on the back of my neck, right? And I wanted to fucking give him something else, right? And eventually, when I pulled up with my notice, as you said, he was like, "Wait, how? You're leaving?" And guess what? He doesn't have a fucking job now, because guess what? That gym shut down and it went online. He probably works at DFS, which is a sofa company. It doesn't really matter. The point is, he is not going to save you. He's not your mentor. He doesn't give a fuck about you. All these guys care about is the numbers, because they don't want to be told by their bigger boss and their bigger boss. Everybody's living in scarcity mindset.
Chip just said in my chat. Jinx. Same time.
How's the Domino's part-time going? You look hyped. It's going good. After my shift here, I'm going to jump in the fucking Eurus Mansory that costs more than your house.
And I'm going to start delivering pizza. No, that'd be a good video, bro. I'll come out for that. We do a week, go deliver some pizzas in the Eurus, bro. I'm down, bro. I'm so down, bro.
I would lose money on fuel.
That's fine. No, it's just for the video, bro.
I'll do it.
Where it all began.
The problem is they probably wouldn't hire me.
No, just tell me you'll work for free for a day. Tell me you'll deliver for free for a day. Content only, bro.
What a good content. I actually would. I might do that. But then people actually take it seriously. They'll say I've rounded. Like, oh, fuck, he's actually Domino's.
Put you in the hat. It's like the memes of the guy in the McDonald's hat. Like, oh, fumbled the bags. It's like real, bro.
And you know who fumbled the bags?
Man, I'm down.
Okay. We can do it in Thailand because they do a thing called Grab, which wouldn't be as funny.
But that's the thing, bro. The thing is, it's like you get out of that rat race, and then shit like working an entry level job just becomes fun, bro. Just because because you just get to have fun. You don't care, bro.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing he said. That's the biggest thing he said, because every job I've had before that was a sales intensive job, even stacking shelves, even delivering pizzas, I was always in this scarcity mindset because I couldn't lose a job. Because again, once you come out of high school, and your family, they want you to do well, but I don't want any handouts, right? My mom would have probably given me some money if I really needed money for food, etc. But I refuse to take that, because once you start taking those handouts, you just start to expect that and you just give up. Okay. So I knew every job I had, especially the sales job, which is the hardest job I ever had, because it was like, you need to hit your targets. Not that he would fire you because nobody else wanted to fucking work this job because they were such dickheads, but you were always in scarcity mindset, right? Because there was always somebody breathing down the back of your neck, this guy, and you were just scared of him. Although you could fucking take him in the street car park, he called the shots, okay? And this was me in the gym for so long. You think a gym job's cool. It's not if you're fucking selling memberships. You got sales targets to hit and you're making fucking £2 on commission. It sucks. It absolutely sucks, right? And think about how many people you need to cold call to join the gym, and how many people say, I don't want to fucking join the gym, okay? There's only so many people you can call in fucking a little town in East Kilbride, okay, before you've called everybody. And then it's like, what do I do now, boss? And all he would say was, just keep finding more leads. I'm like, there's no fucking leads left, bro. I've called the whole fucking street. Nobody wants to join the gym. What do I do? He was like, I'll just find a way.
You want to hear some real last night? Bartending last night, guy pulled up from a sister dealership I used to work at, and he was basically trying so hard to sell me on a job, bro. He's like, I'll have you making $10K a month selling cars again. Just come back, bro. And I mean, you know my situation. I was just like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, and it's like, a nice place to be. Good. It's a nice place to be.
But who here is going to realistically turn that down? It's like, no, I'm making. I mean, you could agree. We're making more than that from YouTube alone, not to mention the DeFi portfolio and everything else. And it's like, so I don't need to put myself in a position like that where like, that's just the opposite direction from what I want. I know the mindset of everyone there is not the mindset I want. So I'm focused on protecting my fucking mindset and peace right now. And I'm going to Thailand.
Exactly.
It's fun.
Exactly. And that's why I'll come on stream without any fancy cameras and fucking just be in my fucking mom's closet and just talk to you guys, because I don't care about selling you guys anything. I've already made the money. I'd like to down the line. Same with Parker, but we can just call on these streams and just speak to like people, right? Thank you for the 79 pence, Nico. I always appreciate you. William Snake says, you're broke. 5 times shake your broke. Bro, I've got your portfolio on my wrist, bro. That's how broke you are. So just calm the fuck down. Again, William, I want you to fucking win. But you're coming in here just having a negative mindset. And I guarantee your 2 out of 10 fucking wife is cheating on you and you're fucking broke, bro. You're just fucking never going to have a. You're never. No, I have to be back up because again, this guy's never going to wake up and sell somebody Visa Man because everybody wants me to delete his comment and say, okay, I'm broke. Okay, you win. You're never going to make it, William, with this fucking mindset, bro. And you sound like you're old as fuck. You're never going to be happy. So lock in, William. We want you to win, but you're broke. Isn't going to, bro. I've got your fucking house on the driveway, bro. Like, just fucking lock in, bro. Like, dead ass. I'm driving your house in the streets. Nice. Like, you can't say I'm broke. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. I'm broke compared to Elon Musk. Fuck yeah, I'm broke as fuck. But you can't be saying I'm broke, bro. It's impossible. Okay? Because
what
again,
what are we gonna buy in Thailand, bro? Are we gonna buy a nice little watch for me out there? Little crypto? Instead of a little USDT?
Well, if you buy it in Thailand,
the content's gonna be so fire, bro.
Everybody will think it's fake. But I know a good. It depends what watch you want. You want a Rolex? You want to be a Rolex guy? You want to be a Cartier guy? You're not gonna buy one of these. But like, what kind of watch you want?
I'm not a big watch guy, so I don't really even know what I like.
You should get one, bro. You everybody should get one watch because again, it holds its value if you're smart. Not like me. If you're smart, it'll hold its value, and you can always say that was a nice thing to do. I bought myself a gift sometime because most people like us, we don't buy. We care about other friends or girlfriends, etc., but we never really treat ourselves. So treat yourself, bro.
Yeah. Chip in chat said, in my chat here, he said, it's not bragging, it's showing the possibilities. And that's the real. That's what you were saying about the Urus. And that's what I was trying to tell my dad over Christmas. I was like, hey, I think I might even upgrade, when I get the Corvette back, upgrade it to like a better one or something, like one of the newer ones. And he was like, why? Why would you do that? And I was telling him, like, well, for YouTube, it's just trying to bring more like, hey, look, it's working. Like, it's possible. Because I'm trying to find that balance between, like, overly showmanship and then, like, also, like you said, credibility. Because when you were 20, you're not going to watch a video of some guy sitting in a normal-ass car. Like, you're going to watch the guy that has the nice car behind him, you know? So it's like, you know, how do I want to market and attract more eyeballs and build that trust and authenticity up front? But either way, they say the Corvette I have now is a rental. So it's like, why would that even be a rental?
Yeah, the Lamborghini is a rental. I'm 10 days in. It's cost me 10. Like, I'm going to keep that as long as I can. And like, when I'm $1 million in rental fees, like, can we just admit it? It doesn't fucking matter, bro. Again, I've got so much thick skin. There's nothing anybody can say. Like,
I don't think people realize that like it's so much more expensive to rent a Lambo than buy it.
Exactly, and that's the kicker.
The BMW you rented was like 10K. Was it 10K a week or 10K a month?
The Mercedes, yeah, it was basically 9K a month.
Yeah, that's
GBP.
More expensive than buying a Lambo. Just renting a car.
Basically. And that's when I was like, okay, this is kind of dumb. And then I bought the M4. We've got a lot of questions on DeFi. We're going to get to them in a second. Yes, it is an AP. There's a different type of wealth. It could be money, good health. Yeah, exactly. So again, we want to be fucking wealthy everywhere. It's rich doesn't mean anything if you're 95 and you're going to have a heart attack tomorrow, right? I'm pretty sure, and again, I love Warren Buffett, but I'm pretty sure he'd trade it all just to be 20 again. That's what he would do, okay? Because he could just do it all over again, okay? So this is what's so important about 2026 is, you know, time is so fucking important. We only have a certain amount of time left. Some of you guys in this chat, one of you guys is going to be dead in 2026, and that's a harsh reality. That's true, crazy. Right? That's crazy, right? And they said this at high school, and I've told this story many times before. It was a kind of fucking wake-up reality. I was like 14 or 13, S1, S2, whatever you would call it. And he was so fucked up, bro. He was basically like, some of you guys, when you get out of high school, you're going to have kids, you're going to have a good job, you're going to be homeless. And I really like this guy, right? He really went hard. And some of you guys are going to be dead. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I look back, I'm still in the same neighborhood, etc. Some guys have moved out. Some guys have picked up a drug addiction. Some guys have made it. Some guys have did the picket fence wife thing. Some guys are dead. Okay? So the reality is there's only so much time we have left. Okay?
That's tough.
And at least we can have a good fucking life. Okay? It's not YOLO, you only live once, where we fucking get wrecked and get a dad bod over the weekend and just fucking regret our life. It's like, let's have a good life that suits you. My life, Parker's life, might not suit you. Okay? It might not be the Thailand, the fucking stupid car, the stupid watch. But what suits you? And you should aim towards that. But I can almost guarantee the life that you want costs money. Okay? It will cost money. Okay? And, because nobody's goal is to be homeless. Okay? And if it is, go on.
And real quick, too, if you're a young guy, you need to do your best to realize this now and, like, cement this in. Because if you figure this out a little too late and then you're not retiring until you're 70, 80, you're already fucking dead, bro. Because you don't have the wealth. If you have a bunch of money at 80 years old, like, let's be real, you ain't enjoying it the same way you can now. The same way you can in your 30s or 40s. It's not even close.
So, and that's why I bought the Lamborghini, because I knew if I wasn't going to do it this year, I wouldn't do it the next year, and then I would just keep prolonging it, and I'd be like, it would eventually I'd be 40, 50, and I'd be like, okay, that's why I bought it. Okay, that's why I bought it.
Needs to get started. Do not be lazy. And it sucks. You got to put the work in, whether it's through working jobs, get more money, and then get that into DeFi and crypto or whatever that may be. I mean, you still have to work freaking hard, man. And then you let that hard work pay off later. The last 3 years of my life, fucking like into the void, gone. Just working the 2 jobs and then YouTube and everything and teaching and all that stuff. It's like, so now I'm finally able to start like spreading it a little more.
And he's hosting his first mastermind.
And that's the dream, bro. That's the goal, man.
He achieved his first goal, but after he does that mastermind, it's like, okay, what's next?
The plane can still go down.
The plane can still go down. But don't worry.
God, please knock on wood. That's not going to happen.
When you come in February 2nd, I need to make sure.
You say touch on wood. That shit gay as hell.
That's what people say in my country, bro. They say
touch wood. Touch on wood is like that's a sexual assault case.
Oh, because you use wood as your cock, right? We don't really say that. We just say cock. But you guys say wood. I don't know why. Last time I checked, it's not made of wood. But I get why you would say that. Anyways, let's answer some questions.
Boys.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the highest quality fucking stream. Okay, this is where we're at. And you can be honest, because we don't need to care about maximize retention, right? Because we don't care. We just want you guys to fuck with us, go and take us away, and does it for free. Okay, we don't care. Okay, we'd love for you to get some results and say, Jake Parker, thank you so much. That's all we care about, or at least that's all I care about. Because again, there's no skin off my nose if you take this information and go and do it for free. Okay, it doesn't fucking matter. We've got a lot of DeFi questions, Parker. I'm going to chuck them to you. You want screen or no?
Not yet. I can take it when I need it.
Yeah, okay. Get PAWG off your screen and I'll let you know. See, nobody knows. If you tell them that you ruin the joke, so don't let them know. So many questions or pills.
It's not a joke when you spell it, literally.
But most people are not. Most people don't get it. Okay, maybe they do. I was going to say I'll donate fucking $100 to somebody that understands what that means, but I just can't be arsed.
That's not my problem.
No. First one, I'll give a 10K. No, I'm joking. I'll give a 10K fast track if you understand what it is. No. Owning one Ethereum now. Can you show me how I can make money from it starting today? Perfect fucking question.
Easy. That's all fucking. You got the screen, bro. That's all you, bro. Pull up that VFAT,
okay,
man.
So he doesn't want to do the work, so I'll continue to do the work at fucking 9 p.m. my time. So this is where we get a little bit technical, and all the guys that have low IQs that will continue to watch Pogs and watch TikTok have left the chat. So we don't need them anyways. They'll hopefully come back and start to realize, okay, it's now February, March, April. I should have fucking watched this part of fucking the stream, right? Those guys are all gone, okay? They're watching Netflix. They're fucking eating the nice junk food. This is for serious people only, because now we get into the weeds of the video, right? And this is why you guys are here, because there's no point taking the first piece of information and not applying it. You read a book, you don't apply the information, you just wasted your time. You watch some sort of podcast, you start to say, okay, I'll start applying. You learned, right? If you don't do anything, it doesn't fucking matter all the knowledge here if you don't click the buttons and apply the knowledge, right? It doesn't fucking matter. That's what's most important. Most people read books and they just go, oh, that was a nice book. I remember the first book I properly read was How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I went and applied it. And I applied a lot of that to YouTube, even though some people will say, oh, well, you've not applied that at all. You're just so fucking aggressive. But again, that's me. I don't want to change who I am. Because again, people need a wake-up reality chat from somebody that is not Mr. Nice Guy, that will say time is running out, that will show you a picture of a rat and say that is you, but I don't want that to be you. You need somebody like that, because nobody else will tell you that. There's no other nice YouTuber that talks about the top 5 next altcoins to make 100x that really fucking cares about you. He cares about views, clicks, and his little ad revenue. I'm past that stage, man. I'm past that stage. And it's funny because those guys are dropping off. I'm not going to mention names, but we all know who they are.
That's
we
the
don't
same
care.
in personal life as well. I mean, I would say I'm a little rougher with my friends where I just tell it to them straight. And the ones that have fallen off are the ones that just, I got tired of saying the same things trying to help.
And that's why I was so harsh with you at the start of your YouTube journey, if you remember. I also said, okay, you're doing well. This is what's going to happen, but nobody's going to do the work for you, son. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Okay. And here you are. What was the question?
Ethereum. He has one Ethereum.
Okay, he has one Ethereum. One Ethereum. Was there any specifics and like?
No, just how to get started.
I mean, it's basically as simple as coming in here.
Don't make it
know what
so
I mean?
Easy, man.
Whoa. Okay, so let's just start with the basics.
I'm clipping that shit. What the fuck?
Bro, if I opened this door, like you wouldn't understand the amount of rain behind me. It is fucking absolutely pouring down. Okay, let's lock in. Ethereum. So what we're doing right now is we're on a platform called VFAT, right? VFAT is going to be our hub. This is not Coinbase. It's not Binance. We're not buying any single coins here. We're past that stage. This guy's already got the Ethereum, all right? And now he's thinking how to use that and how to monetize that, right? There's many things we can do. We can talk about asset to asset, which basically means earning one asset, earning another asset, depending if it's a pool or a farm. And really the goal, I think what he said was how to, I don't know if he said cash or more Ethereum. I don't think he said, did he say? I've lost the comment.
I think you just said Ethereum. I have one Ethereum. How do I monetize it?
Okay. We're looking at pills. Farm, sorry, but it's the same thing, right? We have one Ethereum. We have VFAT. You have a Rabi wallet. We're not going to go into that too much, but go and fucking find out how to do that. Maybe watch Parker's channel. He probably has a video on that. We're really now trying to think about, okay, well, how much are we trying to make? What asset or stablecoin are we trying to monetize this against? And really, what is our risk/reward here, right? Because last time I checked, and this is why it's always good to get somebody, and this is why our group's probably so valuable, because if we had somebody answer this in real time, we can say, okay, we can ask more questions. With obviously YouTube, we can't do that, right? Which is fine, but I'm still going to give you as much value as possible, because I don't know when you bought the Ethereum. I don't know if you're in profit, if you're in a loss. I don't know what your goals for the Ethereum is, bar for monetize it and probably get more Ethereum or cash. I don't know, right? Are we holding this for $10,000? Are we holding this for $5,000? Are you underwater because you bought it at 4.8? Like, where are we at, right? And it doesn't really matter, but it's obviously good to know because we can start to understand the risk/reward and how to play it. But if you held Ethereum since it's up, all I can say is you're under fucking water by 30%. That sucks, right? If you bought Ethereum almost 6-7 months ago, you've done nothing as a hodler. You've done nothing. That's just reality. Your Ethereum is worth the exact same. You've experienced the highs.
Incurred DeFi. Here we go, baby.
That's where I was getting, right? So what I'm really trying to do is set you guys up with hodling's great. You've done the first step. We've talked about that. I'm not going to disrespect anybody that's took a chance at cryptocurrency because you're my fucking brother. Respect. You took the chance. When your girlfriend, when your mates were saying, that's a waste of time. It sounds like a scam. I would rather play PlayStation. Okay, you've took the first leap of faith, but now we're trying to think is, okay, I've been a hodler for 1 year, 6 months, 7 months, or since here, I've lost money or I've not seen Ethereum do anything. Why am I not a millionaire yet? Okay, that's what you're probably thinking, right? Well, we're not going to make you a millionaire with one Ethereum, but we're going to give you a millionaire mindset on how to start thinking like a millionaire and start thinking how the banks think and really start thinking how you can change 2026. Okay, so first thing, Parker, we come on VFAT. We look at Ethereum. I'm looking at farms right now. I'm not going to go to pools right now, but I'm just trying to show you what we can really do. And you're probably seeing, if not, if you've never seen this before, a bunch of things that you've never seen about, right? This is like driving a car, and now we're trying to drive a plane. There's all these buttons. What do we do? What do we click? What is this APR? I mean, Parker, can you sum up the TVL to the APR in the best way possible? Just so we can kind of understand.
Basically, the quick version, TVL is the amount of money into that one specific liquidity pool. So like the very top one, ETHUSDC, there's over $30 million in that. So TVL, it's both a trust score and your competition. TVL is showing you that, what's up?
No, I'm agreeing. Okay.
Yeah. TVL is showing you that it is a proper long-standing pool, right? Because there's $30 million in there. So it's showing you that it can be trusted. It's been around the block. It's probably a safe asset to have that much money in there. But also at the same time, just do know that that's $30 other million that the rewards paid out every single day, every minute, every week, every hour, every whatever. That's more competition that money gets spread through. So it's all about finding the balance of how big of a piece of the pie do you want to get, and also seeing how safe the pool is.
Would you be interested to give a talk at the University of Glasgow? Oh, would I have to wear a shirt and tie and mind my P's and Q's, Nikos? I probably would.
It'd be fire, bro.
That would be fire. That would be fire. How much am I getting paid? Fuck the kids. How much am I getting paid? No, I'm joking. Yeah, absolutely, bro. But I don't know if you're joking, but that would be sick.
Cool. That'd be cool as fuck.
That'd be cool as fuck. It depends if these kids are here to fucking listen or they're fucking picking their ears and just wasting time. Okay? But
I don't think I would have been receptive to a talk like that at that age. But
I'm not speaking on deaf ears, as they would say. I'm talking about all this crazy stuff, and they're like, I'm not really getting to them. Okay? Maybe I put that shit in ChatGPT like Parker does and speak to a reading age of 10. I don't know. But yes, I would be interested.
The fuck?
I'm just joking. If I have time, I would love to try. And if there's 100 people, 200 people, if I can just help one people, e.g. this YouTube channel, e.g. the fucking stand-up talk, that's all that fucking matters to me. Okay,
Mhm.
that's fine. Okay, so exactly what he said. I don't know what he said because I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure he summed it up. I'm going to trust that he summed it up. So, issue is you can be clickbaited by APR, right?
Yes.
Which we're going to talk about the first one. Now, what APR basically means, APY, etc., etc. How much are we getting fucking paid? Okay. Now, again, real, right? Because in an ideal scenario, we're all multi-billionaires and we're giving the bank and we're getting 4%. But we don't want 4%, right? We need more and we want to ideally be getting assets that we like. The fact that this guy has got Ethereum and not asked a question about Pepe 6000 is a great way because he understands that Ethereum is the number one altcoin, number two asset in the cryptocurrency market. It's probably a good idea to hold this long term, right? It's probably safe enough. You guys should already know that. The further down the line we come with altcoins, etc., we can get paid more, but there's more risk. The kicker is if you held this altcoin 6,000 Pepe, whatever, you already held it anyways. Okay, and I can talk about that later on. So there's a really risk, right? First pool, clickbait as fuck. You know why, Parker?
I know why. Do you know why?
I know why.
It's clickbait as fuck because on that little listing on the left side, you see 72%, and you're like, ooh, done deal. And you open her up. You open that bitch up. Pause. And width is 1%.
What does 1% mean?
1% wide in terms of price action. So Ethereum priced in USDC. So you literally, this pool is only condensed into like 1% wide tech. It's so clickbaity because you will not maintain that. The second you set a reasonable range, it's GG on that pool.
You're out of range in a day. Okay. So basically, you watched a top 10 altcoin video by X YouTuber and he gave you shit. That's what he did, right? And all that to say is, if you're out in a pool of 1%, you're going to learn something, and that's better than doing nothing, but you're going to be out of range, which means your tenant, in a real estate example, he left the property with a lot of headaches, right? Nothing wrong with that. We still own the asset, vice versa. Depends what way we went, but we're not doing what the pool is designed to do. Other issue, okay, I want to stretch this B out, as Parker would say. Well, realistically, let's just say I want a 20%, which would still be considered tight, I guess.
5% a year.
Well, 5% a year.
Cheeks.
What's that a month?
I wouldn't do this for 5% a year.
I wouldn't do this for 5% a year because that's divided by, let's just divide it by 10. That's nothing, right? Unless you're Michael Saylor, and again, he wouldn't take this. It's only 20%. That'd be very dumb.
Michael Saylor wouldn't take this. Fuck.
Yes, but 5% per year for the millionaires, for the billionaires, okay, fine. But for you with one Ethereum, you're going to say DeFi is a scam, and it's not worth it. But that's fine because we have unlimited other fucking pieces of stuff that we can look at. We walked into Walmart, we seen this chicken, it was out of date, but there's a beautiful steak over there that we can buy. Do you understand? That's the difference. Okay. Now with Ethereum asset, there's not going to be 20% a month, really 10% per month, unless there's like a blue chip, like on a monad chain, etc., where there's more volume, it's newer, loads of people are testing it out. You've got to understand.
Filters for me. Click the filters for me real quick. Go to protocols. Click the
Change
blue one, the protocols.
Monad,
the fourth one, the blue one, fourth one.
Oh, the new one. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Third one down.
Well, this one's better.
Up two. There you go. Boom.
Don't leave me in the dark. Finish your blind.
You can see it. I thought you were going to be like, oh my god, look at that.
Well, I seen this other day when we did this live, so I already knew this.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, essentially, it's just showing you that you can take the same asset pairing to a different, busier street, maybe with less competition. So think slightly smaller TVL, less competing business, but also very good volume. And you can, on a much wider, more reasonable range, get an APR that you want. Remember the other one? It was doing 80% on a 1% tick. This one's paying 80%, 35% wide. Not to mention, you can still tailor that to your specific liking and where you think price is going to move.
Kicker is, if you looked at the first one, you were lazy and you didn't understand. Okay. In 2 clicks, we have the same assets. Okay. We have a wider range. And now we're making 7.5% per month.
I like that. In 2 clicks. Some people, the first barrier of resistance, game. I'm done. All right, fuck it.
I'm done. I go to the gym. Everybody's in shape. I'm fat as fuck. I'm done. It's fine. Harsh thing about the gym is
too. Damn, look at that.
Harsh thing about the gym is you have to wait 6 months to 1 year, like Parker, to even maybe see an ab, and he might not see one next. But here, we just click 2 buttons, and now we're fucking in the game. So if you had one Ethereum, which I think the question was, well, there you go. You're making 7% on your Ethereum. You'd be getting more Ethereum. You'd be getting obviously this HyperBrex token as well, and you'd be getting USDC. Compound, and or take cash to buy the girlfriend a handbag. No right or wrong answer. It's whatever you want to do. So that's an example. All that to say, and again, so I don't need to say this again. Replace this with X coin that you have, because we can do this 100 times. Okay, replace this what I just did with X coin that you have, and play around with this. Right? It's not about 1 minute. I need to find it now. Take 10 minutes. Take 20 minutes. Take 30 minutes. Don't watch Netflix tonight. Do this tonight. Your girlfriend will thank you when you're taking for a nice holiday and less Tenerife that you usually go to. Understand? Let's keep going. I'm broke. Oh, we already read that. Appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Where was other? There were so many liquidity pool questions. Okay. Is it just Bitcoin that you guys do liquidity pool assets for? No.
We just showed ETH.
We
just
help
showed lots of people. We help 137 people at the current moment in our fast track. And it's off the assets they own.
I still have the testimonials. So I'll show you all, and these are old, right? So I'll show you one by one assets you can do. Okay. There's so many.
99%
I mean,
of everything.
Here's Oliver with 3 new girlfriends in his
He's
Range
in chat right now. Be careful, man.
He's
in my chat right now.
This is the biggest flex anybody can have. Congratulations, Oliver. You got 3 girlfriends and you got a Range Rover. I believe he just started again on Solana pools. He was doing here. I can see a screenshot.
GG,
Oliver. GG. First week back in the day, pools near $900 in pending yield. Well done. Again, we can talk about risky as fuck. Zach here, cool fucking dude. He was playing in the trenches here. This was on avocado and Solana. There you go. In 24 hours, 9%. Not
Risky
recommended.
Not
risky
recommended.
as fuck. Total value, he doubled his yield. Not recommended, but can be done. Yeah, that's... we obviously talk about Grant quite a lot of time. Again, he doesn't need to chase the 10, 20% per month. He is pretty good chasing... What's he chasing? 5% per month, 6%, maybe less, maybe more.
I got off my call with him earlier, or one-on-one. His portfolio said 90% APR at the current moment.
There you go. 2K pounds every single day. Does what he wants with his life. Good days, bad days. Again, the whole goal for him and everybody else in this chat is he's constantly earning. Okay? Constantly earning. And that's what you want to think about. Jesse back in the day was doing Sui. There's so many other screenshots I could show you. But here's the goal. We talked about paper, money. This is cute, right? This is wholesome. The whole goal is you can see the difference in these smiles. Okay? We can tell you what these 2 guys are doing right now. They're not fucking smiling. That's a story for another day. They're still smiling because they're not in the rat race. But this is the goal, man. This is the goal if your goal is travel. And again, replace this with going on a cute holiday with your wife, buying your brother a car, doing something nice. But it's about you weren't being born on this planet to be a fucking 9-to-5er. Okay? This 9-to-5ers only came in the world very recently. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. Think about it. What happened 200, 300 years ago? People were in the war. People were fighting. People were growing the crops. People had a better life mentally. But now we're sucked into working these office jobs, being scared like I was 4, 5, 6 years ago, whatever, because my boss was making me phone up leads I didn't fucking know what to call. And it got to the point where I was calling my other phone and fake calling people. And I was calling myself because I was so scared because he was breathing on my neck, right? The life is your fucking oyster, right? You do whatever you want. But we were supposed to go with our mates and have a tribe and fucking travel, have our girlfriends, have our fast cars if you want to go towards that level. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. And it would never have happened if I never took a leap of faith and worked hard behind the scenes. And hopefully, Parker, we can have you there. You'll be about this height and this skinny, but you'll be here. So, I mean, is that not the goal for you?
It's the same thing. I think a lot of it actually goes back to the first minute of this call when you were talking about what do you want to be when you were a kid. And it's all about how can you go back to being that kid again, where things were more worry-free, when you weren't in survival mode. You didn't know all the shit in the world because your parents had that burden and they kept it for most people. Not everyone had that, advantage, but I mean, it's to be able to go back and be carefree and just live life, have fun, live it the way that you want to live it, because you only got one. And if you're not living it the way that you want to live it, then you're just living for somebody else. And I'd say that's the definition of being a slave. And it's how do we get out of that?
Jake, did you get buccal fat removal. You looking good, bro. What?
You just told me how you cut down.
No, but don't tell me that. What is this? Is obviously a troll, but I need to know.
What is it?
Don't type in PAWG. You guys will see some search history.
Bro's gonna get taken off YouTube with the search.
Did I get buccal fat removal? Oh, I'm a chap now. No, I lost 15 kilograms.
I'm cooked in that ring, bro.
Yeah. You know, we're almost the same weight, but we're going to look totally different. You know that, right? So I didn't get any surgery. The only surgery I've had done is my teeth. But yeah. No, I didn't. I've lost 15 kilograms, which is a lot of weight. But that was a goal. I don't want to lose too much more, but I'm probably going to lose a little bit more. I just wanted to see how lean I can get. And yeah, 8-pack just spawned from nowhere. And for me, I always held a lot of weight in my face. Always held a lot in my face, my lower back. So no, I didn't get surgery. But you know why I didn't get surgery, Parker?
What's that?
Because I refused to take the fucking easy way. You know? Now somebody send me $1 million. I'll take that easy way. Drugs, I guess. Good questions. I have $70,000. Okay. This is an important one we need to answer. I have $70,000, Parker. Let's pretend I'm a client. Okay. It's your turn to shine. I have $70,000, Parker, in USDC. Here's the kicker. The USDC part, right? Yep. Earning 3.5%. Can I do better than that in a pool?
Of course. Even just stablecoin pool together. Yeah.
Thanks, Parker.
No, even just stablecoin pools. But if you start to get exposed to the market and get these actual assets, I mean, look on screen. It's showing you 10% a month right now on that range on Ethereum USDC. You're getting 3% a year. We're going to outdo that in 1 month. Plus,
we're going to get an asset that is probably going to do well in the next year. I'm not promise you anything.
The upside.
Price action to the upside. And you probably have more than USDC in your portfolio.
And if you're at 70K, you are... This video, this live stream is focused on that 30K mark, replacing your income. Once you hit that 70, like 100K plus, you start to be able to, it's more like you exit the system completely. It's not about subsidizing your income. It's about
You made it, bro. You made it, bro.
You made it.
You made it. And you don't need to play the fucking fart coin avocado pills, bro. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. And you can take back the time of your life.
Yeah, fully self-sustaining system that can also feed you, and then like when you hit 70K, 100K, then you move to Thailand, and it's really just GG game. Life's done. You know, if you want
GG. But you gotta be careful. Don't go GG and start losing it all, because I've seen that happen. Don't want to do that. Still got to keep our brain in check. Maybe buy a nice, get a nice Thai girlfriend. Buy a nice. We could. My brother-in-law lives in East Kilbride. My ex is from Egostan. That's crazy. EK is crazy in a good way. It's been a good year. What's the highest APR pool right now?
Smack him. Smack that dude. Smack him right now.
And we love you, but you're thinking about this the wrong way. Okay? You're trying to go to the lottery here and get this wrong. Okay? If you're asking questions, you say this perfectly on our onboarding calls. If you're thinking about the APR and trying to squeeze it, you're thinking about this backwards. Okay? Because I can show you all the APR, but that's not going to help you. Right? I can show you 1% ranges and you can start these pools and you can make 10,000%. What happens tomorrow? You know? So you're thinking about this wrong. Okay? The question should be, what assets do I have in my portfolio? You probably have a portfolio. Can I get yield on that I like ranges on in the next 3 to 6 months? And how can I not monitor my pools bar from clicking fees and getting fucking rich? That's what you got to ask yourself. And how can I do this slowly if I'm in the 10 to 20K bracket where I can get up to 50K and quit my job? Because if you're trying to ask about the highest APRs, you got $500 in your portfolio and you need to get rich tomorrow because you didn't do any work in the real world. We love you, but that's not the right question to ask. And I will not show you pools that are paying 6,000 million % because it's not going to help you. Hell no. Parker, borrow against Ethereum on Abbey.
Perfect. Ooh. Perfect. Oh, is there more of a question to that, or is that just like, hey, I'm doing this?
I guess that was on the Ethereum part of the one that we're talking about on screen. How would you play that to that guy? You know, the guy that had one Ethereum. I guess he's just saying, oh, could you borrow against Ethereum on Aave? And how would that maybe be better or worse? Or what would that kind of look like?
So why that is a beautiful thing to me is that it goes back to that home example. We're talking about you have the home, you have equity in that home, you pull the equity out and you use that to get more homes and build cash flow. It's the same game with crypto, right? So you can take that one Ethereum you have and you lend it out. You could borrow a modest 30 to 40% against it, we could say, and you use that for cash flow. So you're taking less than half your Ethereum out, but using that to start cash flowing you monthly. In that monthly cash flow, you have multiple options, but the main two usually being, or the main three, would be to use that to buy more Ethereum, more collateral, more of those long-term assets, think more homes, or you can use it to buy and expand your pools. You increase the pool amounts, whether you compound them or you open new positions and you increase the amount of cash flow coming out every single month. And option 3 is you take it to the real world and you spend it, but usually not recommended unless you hit over that 100K port, or then that's a small sliver of your portfolio that's coming out.
Beautifully said. Good stuff, bro. Just lay off the cocaine. Okay. Again, that's just about, if I could do cocaine every single day, I'd be richer than what you guys thought. But no, I'm not on any cocaine. But I like the fact that you're saying that. That means I'm locked in. Okay. So I appreciate that. Especially for being 9:20 at night when I woke up at fucking 6:30 before you guys were even fucking up.
Bring the biscuits and tea, bro.
Bring the biscuits. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Then I'll need the biological fat transplant that somebody said before, because that was a fucking 100 kilogram Jake Gordon with fucking hamster cheeks. GG guys. Market makers, blah blah blah. Oh, there's so many good questions, bro. How much do you guys put in then, for example, like 10 Ethereum, then take out percentage each month from APR? Beautiful question. But there's a problem with that question, because I have a different goal than you. Parker has a different goal than you and me. And you probably have a different goal than me. So there's no right answer that fits all. So really what I'm trying to say is, if you have 10 Ethereum, which would be 30K, how much is that? Anybody?
I'll respond to a comment.
Yeah, your one comment in chat. 31K that would be. So congratulations, you've hit this bracket of, this, again, there's a reason why this 30K is so crucial, in my opinion, because it goes back to what we talked about at the start. Okay. So how much do you take out each month from APR? Well, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to now cash out your chips, e.g. live a lifestyle? It also goes back to what I always tell the guys on the onboarding calls, right? You have 3 to kind of 4 choices. You probably have a lot more, but 3 to 4 choices that I think would be good. Number one is, let's just say you're in Ethereum USDC pool or Ethereum Eurozone pool, it doesn't really matter. What you can do is you can compound this back here. If you're doing 10%, 5%, whatever, like $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, doesn't really matter. You can now make this balance at 33. And in an ideal world where assets stay the same price, but obviously that's not going to be every single month, right? You get the point. Now you're spending out more, 3.3K a month. That'll be option number one. Option number two, which is probably what you were hinting at, is do you take out some to live that lifestyle? Well, you could take out the full 3K if you're doing the 10% a month and you could live that lifestyle. Issue is, it's not an issue, but like I would rather just delay gratification. Do you know what I mean? If you're surviving right now, I want to try and get this to 50, to 60, to 70. Now, sometime down the line, you're going to get like Grant, where it doesn't really matter anymore, right? Where he can do both. And you could do both. Maybe 1.5K goes back in the pool. You take your hours from 45 to 25, and you have 1.5K that you're using for cash. You can cut down your hours. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Option number 3.
A lot of times, too, I've taken it out by proxy. And what I mean by that is, instead of like, I used to basically give myself bills every month. Like, I had to deposit this much in DCA into crypto. And so instead of pointing it out, you could just be like, hey, this month I'm not going to actually buy 2K Bitcoin from my pocket. I'm just going to use my portfolio to buy it. And that's kind of where that freedom
Gamify it, man. We used to all play GTA, Call of Duty, rank up. Like, you can gamify this in the real world. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Option number 3 is buy maybe longer term Bitcoin. Maybe. Option number 4 is you take this pool and now you run it into another pool. So you have 2 flywheels spinning. This pool paid for this pool now you have the same question here. Many ways to spin it, brother. And again, my answer is going to be different than Parker's answer. Parker's going to be different than yours. The 75 people on chat is going to be different than everybody's answer. What are you trying to do and where are you currently right now in your life? If you're 20, 25, 30, 35, I would probably not take the cash. If you wanted to go to Thailand tomorrow and say, I'm 30 years old, I want to fucking just go crazy in Thailand, take the cash, bro. But it's up to your goals. Trust me, we know what POG is. My man.
Bro's a little behind the stream, I think.
A little behind the stream, but that's why I hang around with like guys that don't like pogs. Everybody likes skinny girls. I don't like skinny girls, so I know my boys will never fucking steal my girls because nobody likes pogs. Do you like pogs?
Oh yeah.
Clip that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah. I don't know why, bro. I don't like skinny girls, bro. I just never have. Well, I know why, but I'm not gonna say. I miss those old Polygon days where DeFi using Avi and Curve. What does he mean? Was that when Polygon was popping?
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
I miss the old days when on the Polygon days with DeFi using Avi and Curve.
Yeah, I mean things were just more simple back then.
Polygon's not terrible, is it not? Or Matic. What is it called?
But I mean, again, you're looking at it as an asset versus the ecosystem, which is a little different.
Yeah, I know they rebranded, whatever. Here we go. Bro, if you could choose one AI crypto for 2026 max gains, what would it be? We're done with these kind of videos and questions, guys. It's not going to help you. It really isn't. I'll give you an answer, but it's not going to help you. You know why? Because I don't fucking know. And watch this. This guy doesn't fucking know. I love Peter.
Wait, Jake,
go on.
Jake, real quick. You want to give some real sauce?
I was about to, but you cut me off. But go on.
No. I was gonna say, think about what we're teaching. We're teaching people a skill. We're not being paid by anyone else to teach a skill, right? We sell coaching. That's obviously our pitch. Our incentive is very obvious. Bro, explain to these guys, because you're on the deep end. Explain to these guys how much money is coming in for these guys and tell you to buy X coin. Explain.
Well, I don't.
Shit.
This is why, because some of these guys are my friends, so I don't want to give up the fucking.
But be real. Let's be real.
I'll be real, but I don't want to call anybody out. Anybody that makes these kind of videos, I'll say names. Anybody that makes these kind of videos in 2026, okay, these guys make more than $100,000 per month of promoting this shit to you. Okay, this is a reality. Now, again, I love all these guys. Fucking, this guy's a bit of a fucking clown, right? I know some deep lore in this guy, but again, doesn't fucking matter. These guys are telling you what coins to buy in 2026. Okay, they do not want you to win. What happens is these guys get paid. These guys get paid. Okay, and I used to play this game, bro. I used to think I was a ViewTuber, and then I realized this is fucking dumb because I used to look back and say, would the 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, whatever year old Jake Gordon be happy with these videos? No, he would fucking not be, because what I realized is nobody fucking knows. I can buy a coin and it can do well, and I can be like, oh my God, I called this. What about the other 9 out of 10 coins that didn't, right? So all these guys get 6-figure fucking contracts, okay, from these coins because you have to lose, okay? You lose, they win, the coin wins. Somebody has to lose. Nobody can win. There's a reason why we talked about the start of this video where somebody has to deliver the fucking pizzas. That was me. Somebody has to lose in the system or the world would break, okay? If you want to escape the system, okay, and not have to rely on these guys, you cannot buy these coins, okay? Because it doesn't fucking work. So anybody that's talking about fucking top coins to buy is fucking lying to you, because number one, maybe they're not lying to you. They just don't fucking know, and they're always being paid, okay? All these are culprits. These are all fucking culprits.
I haven't watched crypto YouTube in probably a year or two. Like outside of like watching some of your stuff and like, you know, maybe some people, you know, giving value. Like DeFi value is different because we're teaching skill sets. It's totally different. And as far as I know, these platforms like Uniswap and Aave, they don't need to pay anyone to promote their shit because it's just there. They're already making money. If I ever get a deal with Aave, I would take that. But it's totally different than coins. I will never sell out and push a coin. Fuck that shit. That's crazy.
Yep. So the only coin that I really push is HBAR, but I fucking like it so much, and I've got over 1 million coins. HBAR has never paid me a fucking penny. You know, I've made videos about coins. I've done paid videos. I've had a video on my channel where like, this is not the fucking way, but I've done that. I refuse to play that. The only coins I buy is because I fucking buy them, right? I'm actually getting shafted now because some of my portfolio, I see some of these guys make videos. Illumium's a great example. I'm fucking down in real time on that, and Illumium paying fucking creators, right? I'm down in that real money, right? So you have to understand these are VTubers. Now they might care about you a little bit, but they're playing the VTuber game. right? Where they get paid off sponsors, they get paid off ad revenue, they get paid fucking selling their $10 fucking 10x coin pick. These guys do not want you to win. Okay?
My game's totally different. My game, literally, I get paid getting clients, and those clients get good results. I get screenshots, I get more clients. That's the game. I have to give good value. As we've been getting more clients, I've been working in the group, making the lessons even better and improving. And you can verify. I mean, you can vouch for me as well. You were like,
I'll show them, bro.
Sauce. But it's like, bro,
this is what we do.
So different, bro. I'm not here to tell you what to buy. I'm here to take what you already have and help you make money off of it. It's a totally different game.
Like nobody's building this, right? Nobody's building this, right? I didn't even fucking build this. He built this, and this is why we're such a great team, right? And I've done this over 130 times, right? There's no way in hell these guys care about you, okay? There's no way in hell that they're doing YouTube fucking live streams, just being real with you guys at 9:30 p.m.
Who's there when that shit goes wrong? Who's there when you buy that coin and it goes to zero? I'm there every fucking day when some shit goes wrong in DeFi. I've helped people find money they thought was lost forever from before they even joined the group. I help people when shit's not fucking working, bro. Like, I don't run. I'm there. Whether something went seriously wrong or whether you just were confused about something and your fucking VPN wasn't on. Like, I'm there the whole time. It's totally different fucking game. These guys will never be there after you buy their coin. It goes to zero.
biggest culprit is this guy. Okay, I'll call one name out. Biggest culprit is this guy. Okay, because you can go and fact check me. Okay, it doesn't take a genius that all these videos are paid. This guy makes more than $150,000 per month. Okay, I spoke to the same guys that he spoke to in 2024. Okay, fact check me on that. Plus, he makes more than $50,000 in his Patreon group. Okay, this guy is one of the biggest shillers in the space. Okay, and there's going to be a time and day where people wake up to this, but unfortunately, there's always going to be new people coming in the game. So he can recycle this and he can be rich, whatever. But I can almost guarantee that he isn't happy with what he's doing because he knows deep down that this is not the way. Okay, this is not the fucking way, and this is not the way to help the fucking normie escape because he only cares about himself. Okay, and he can act like Mr. Nice Guy all he wants. But when you've seen the numbers,
huge piece of shit. He's a scammer. I've never even seen this guy. Like I said, I don't even watch crypto YouTube anymore.
Exactly. No, I wouldn't call him a scammer. He's just playing the game, right? He's putting in the work. He's fucking posting every single day. Loads of guys couldn't do that. But there's a time and point where like you start off a cute YouTube channel and it's all wholesome, and then you get approached and you're like, whoa, hang on a minute here. Let's take a look.
More money than you think, guys. It's way more money than you think, and it's hard to say no.
It's hard to say no. So I just want not to hate on this guy, not to hate anybody. I just want you guys to be careful. Okay? That's all. That's all. Because what happens is every one of these videos is paid. One does well, 99 do terrible, and you're fucking out the game. I'll call one more out because this guy is a fucking clown. This guy,
fucking roll, bro.
This guy is another one. Okay? This guy is another one. Okay? And I've done the lore on this guy. I know who he speaks to. Yeah. And hopefully you never do. So here's the reality. He calls the main coins that did well, okay? But the 9,900 didn't do well. They never get mentioned, okay? And these are from top to bottom, and he never made these videos when it was top to bottom, okay? So just be careful. No hate towards this guy. He's probably living a good life, but is he happy? No. Is he going to be able to look back when he's 65 and say, I made a difference? No. He only made a difference to his own life. So just be real. $20 in the chat. Respect. You're the best YouTubers when it comes to actually teaching DeFi rather than guys who try and sell moonbeam dreams.
I just try to keep it real. I want you to make money for sure. Is it going to change your life overnight? Probably not. But over the next 3 years, you'll change a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking succeed.
Stop watching them crypto YouTubers finish. Yeah, I think there's a shift coming in the crypto space, in the crypto YouTube space where people are waking up. But unfortunately, I know the game. There's so many new people coming in. And these guys are going to continue to make money, and that's fine. They should do well, provide for their families. But more people are getting wrecked than good. That's just a reality. So, yeah. Yeah, I rolled the stream back to the yes. Yeah, Pogs. How much do you think is good enough to move to Thailand, bro, from England?
30K.
Again, the sky's the limit because I can show you Alex Jekoff, one of my best friends up there, along with Parker, of course, that spends $9K a month on rent. Thailand's cheap, right? Well, no, he lives in the best place in fucking Thailand in the penthouse with a fucking. You know what he did, Parker? Going off topic here. He literally now hired a full-time maid every day that cooks and cleans and just hangs around the house. I was like, that surely is not good because she's just constantly there in the way.
It's fucking
crazy. Exactly, but like she's just there. I was at his house before I came back, like basically loads of times, and she just sits in the corner and just waits
That's
for
the dream
Alex.
job, bro.
Yeah, and by the way, she's fucking more than fucking happy. Okay, she makes so much money for her current, and she couldn't be more grateful. But it's so funny. He's just like, Alex, you want eggs? Yes. She goes and makes eggs, bro. I was like, fuck, that's too much for me, bro. I'm like, I don't know.
That's
She's
fun, bro. Maybe we should do it.
Yeah, and by the way, she's happy as fuck. She doesn't have to work in fucking Spar, which is, or should I say 7-Eleven, which is like the Spar equivalent. She doesn't have to go and grab and deliver fucking, like, she makes more than all these guys put together, and she just has to cook and clean. And he just goes, yes.
He sounds just like that, dude. That's funny.
So the question was, how much to move to Thailand from England? Again,
depends on how you want to live. But
yeah,
pretty damn good. If you had a 30K DeFi portfolio, you're gonna be all right forever.
What's that website called? Wars. I wish I could remember this fucking website, because I can literally show you the lifestyle of probably what your dream life is for less than $1,000. Is it Farwaz, Bangkok? Oh, I want to find this.
Shit, but I never saw the website.
Fazwaz. Sounds like a porn website, but it's not. Okay, let's have a look. We want to rent. Let's just say we want to be in Bangkok. I don't know if you want to be in Bangkok, by the way. Let's have a look. We want to be a little bit outside Bangkok, which is probably recommended. Good start. Where are we at? Again, what one of these top 5 fucking crypto games YouTubers is doing this? None of them. Okay, because it's retention. There's a lot of fucking places on the map. Holy fuck. Parker, we're gonna have to do this, by the way, just so you know. Like, we're literally gonna be doing this, if not Airbnb. So like, we're literally going to be doing this, because you've left me in an impossible situation where my editors come in, Ram's still going to be there, and I don't want me and you to sleep on the couch together, although you do. Anyways,
bro, you literally begged me to book a 1-bed in Vegas. That's crazy.
We don't lie. We don't. You swear in your girlfriend's life, or you want to just take that back?
No,
take that back. Okay. You swear in your girlfriend's life?
I can't do that.
You can't do that, so it never happened. Unfortunately, I can't fucking click on the listing without logging in. I don't want to log in. But basically, most of these places have full amenities as well, which they have a gym, they have a pool, but you can see here, you've got a full washing machine. It's not the best, but I can promise you it's better than where I'm living right now, although I respect my mom and dad. They've fucking grinded hard for this farmhouse. This is a nice place. Studio apartment, condo. This is like right in the center, close to Bangkok, for £381 a month. Full amenities covered, okay? Washing, everything, £381. Isn't that sick? Because I can show you a hotel that I stay in that costs that per day, and it's probably not better than that. You have a month for £381. Guess what?
What about the mastermind villa?
Don't piss them off. It's not this. Okay?
Yeah, this is not that price, but
yes. And again, me and Parker are going out. We are losing money on this to fucking teach a handful of guys DeFi. That's how fucking much we're about it. No, yes, we'll get a fucking to do some content and stuff for you guys as well to enjoy and hopefully motivate you to see you in the next one. But we lose money to fucking hopefully inspire you guys to get in the game. Yes. So anyways, let's sum this up. 300 quid. Most things are going to be $500 fully amenities, right? Nice studio apartments, all that kind of stuff. Food can be very fucking cheap or very fucking expensive, right? It doesn't fucking matter. Less than $1,000, which is probably a 10 to 20 to 30 to 50x better lifestyle, let alone just only having the sun. I can't remember the last time I've seen the sun. It's fucking driving me crazy. It's just great. Okay? I would pay £500 a month just to have the sun in fucking Scotland, but it doesn't want to show. So there you go. $1,000 a month, maximum for a good quality of life. You can go further. You can go $2,000. Once you get to the $2,000, $3,000 with everything covered, that could be having a bike. That could be
Think about our boys. Think about our sales guys. I mean, they're just fucking rinsing. They're eating steak and shit all the time. Like, they're having the best time of their lives out there.
Yeah. All thanks to Daddy Jake, because he pays them all. But anyways, that's a different story. You can have a great fucking life with $1,000 per month and live in a tropical fucking place, move around, don't have to worry about any fucking bullshit with people stabbing each other, shooting each other. Everybody's nice. I could go so deep in this, but $1,000 a month, if you want to scale it to 1.5, 2K, including everything, you're going to be living like a king, and you're never going to go back to England again if only it's for Christmas. That's what I did. So, yeah. But
I'm scared to come home and be depressed.
yeah, again, just like pills, shop around. Okay. Or what I would do is book an Airbnb, come for 30 days and see if you like it. But be careful. You won't want to go back. I'm England. This is Dan Bro saying best weed places, just walk the street. And that goes for the same with steroids. If you're into that, just walk the street. Legend, Levy is spec. Yep. Try for a month. Thank you, bro. Call me Lewis. Oh, yeah, got you. That's mad cheap. It is mad cheap, and you get more. So, and you don't have to do any bullshit, which is the biggest thing for me, right? It's just trying to ignore the bullshit. I'm just trying to I pay to get rid of the bullshit. Here you pay less for no bullshit. And I can rent my 1-bed flat for 1.k. That's tempting. There you go. You could come in here. Your flat pays you forever, and you're that. Oh, it's the same guy. I don't know if you remember him, Parker, or was it Bobby?
He wanted to rent his place out, right? He almost had it paid off. Was going to rent it out and move, right? From a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so he has a place in London or England, I think, making 1.5k in rent. You can now take that 1.5k, excluding your cryptocurrency bag.
Life has been achieved.
You're done. And you're going to get a better girlfriend. Thank you, bro. No worries. Yeah, GG. Absolutely. So, yeah, and here's the thing. You're spending in baht, earning in pounds or dollars. So that's the kicker.
We're going to try to show this out there, too. We're going to try to show you a portfolio that pays for like what we're doing each day.
Don't ruin it.
Sneak peek.
Don't ruin it. So the kicker is with Thailand, right? You are earning in pounds or GBP or USD, whatever, right? You're earning a strong currency and you're spending in a currency that is getting fucking wrecked. That's the kicker. Okay? So not only do you live for cheaper, your purchasing power goes 3x. That's what you guys need to understand. What you don't want to do is earn in baht and spend in USD or GBP. A lot of girls think they can come to fucking London and have this beautiful life, okay? And what they realize is they can't afford fucking anything. They're done. We are taking our strong currency and spending a weaker one. If you have a portfolio, that's where it gets crazy. Yeah, these English girls are getting annoying. Yes, they are. They're at best 2s out of 10s. You can get a 10 out of 10 if you want. But stay away from the pogs. They're all mine. And you just know we don't got sponsors. Like, imagine I had a fucking cryptocurrency sponsor, bro. And I was saying this thing, they'd cut me so fast. You think all these little fucking puppets that we showed you before can fucking say what they want? They can't say what you want. What happens is they get a brief, okay? And this brief says, say this, I invested this is your projection, link here, do this now, here's your money. Sign here, young boy. And all you are is a puppet. You're getting paid good, but you're a puppet. And you can't say what you want. You think I can come on here and talk about pogs? No fucking chance. I appreciate you guys for 50k coming from Spot Coinbase. Is there more trustworthy decks you would recommend? Parker Ray. 50k coming from Coinbase. It's a big fucking question, Parker. Don't fuck his bag up.
Yeah, I mean, sticking to Uniswap and Aave, those are two of the most OG spots in the ecosystem. VFAT is just a tool to make entering those Uniswap positions easier. So it's more of a tool to use. You could do the shopping on VFAT and then still choose to open that exact range and position on Uniswap itself if you felt more comfortable learning that way. However, VFAT is made my life as easy as possible, and that's what it's about these days for me.
Yep. And we're just trying to teach you how to fish, as Parker would say, right?
Don't even send the full 50k at first, bro. Send like $1,000 and play with that and figure it out and then scale. Unless you've already done that, then yeah, send the 50k.
It's like the same when I go to Africa, 5-star hotel is like £8 per night. And what'd you get in Africa, Parker?
What do you get out there?
What'd you get in Africa, Parker?
Not pogs.
You get the best kind. Superman's been showing a coin called F Superman. I want him to do well, have a good life, care for his family. But let's stop fucking feeding these guys. They've ate enough from you in 2025. Let's not make them eat more than they need in 2026. Okay? They don't need to eat anymore. Trust me. These guys are on $1 million per year contracts, and you're sitting there fucking watching.
There's guys with some of the guys in the gambling niche. Those guys are making $1 million per month on contracts. It's crazy.
Yeah, but at least they're entertaining. Like, again, I don't want to go there, but at least like Steve will do it. He gives me some joy. You know?
Yeah. No, he
gives me some joy. He's great, right? Yeah, I'm glad he's back. Aiden Ross, I don't really like. There's the other guy that talks about steroids. He's Chinese, and like at least they give us some joy. We're talking about guys that read a script, okay, that use ChatGPT, that say this, get out, and then go and fucking sit in their fucking 5-star restaurant and say, okay, was this a 1 out of 10? Yep. Sponsor here. Like, at least give me something.
Careful who you're listening to. No one's paying someone to tell you to buy Bitcoin. Okay, like that's not happening.
Yeah, and you know why? Because it doesn't pay to tell you to buy Bitcoin and do DeFi, right? Nobody's paying us. VFAT's not giving us because they don't need to, bro. So just understand between the lines what's happening. Yo, Jacob Boy, yo, Ben. This year seems to make more money when you're in England, and I'm going to come visit Thailand. I'll enjoy it. I'll probably rent my flat out and live there. You're starting to think. Don't wait. Dip your toes out. 30 days. You got 1.5K from your fucking place. Nice thing about if you're in London, I think you said you're in England, that's probably going to go up more. You're probably going to get paid more rent. You're probably going to have a better appreciation. You're probably going to be able to charge 2K down the line, 2.5K down the line eventually. Bat's not really going up. Or the Thailand places aren't really going up. They've been these prices for fucking ever. They're just content creators. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a YouTuber, by the way. Saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just for your sake, I have a big problem.
Lots of folks paying Ben Cohen to tell them to buy Bitcoin. I don't even know who the hell that is. Do you know who that is?
Ben Cohen. Yeah, Ben Cohen. One of the best guys in the crypto space.
I've been out the game. I told you I quit watching content. Focused on just performance. And actually,
well, again, it's a different niche, right? So again, content creators we like. You've probably seen them. Yes or no?
I don't even recognize this dude's face.
Okay. Basically, he tells you to buy Bitcoin, and he sells a high-ticket product like us. Respect, right? Okay. He's not forcing you. He tells you to buy Bitcoin. He's not going to make any money off that, okay? But he's been in the space for so long. He did an interview with Michael Saylor, bro. I can't believe you didn't watch that. That's crazy. Michael Saylor came on his stream. It's crazy. And you know what happened?
How you can be in different sects of YouTube like that and never.
He talked about Ethereum, and Michael Saylor lost his shit. It was fun.
Second best.
Yeah, literally. But again, we like these guys, right? This guy makes a lot of money, but he makes a lot of money in the right way. Yeah, see you there. I can't watch you live because of the time difference. I thought you were going to say I can't watch you live because you keep mentioning Pogs. But just a little short hello to you guys. Great work as always. Good work. Appreciate that. What are we saying? I spoke a lot, bro.
Yeah, what is that? Hour and a half? Damn, we've got a long one today. We're doing
double
time today. Yeah,
double time today.
Almost 1:45. Getting close. Yeah, I mean, just be consistent, guys.
Any questions on your stream?
Some of the same comments like that we just talked about in yours. People roast.
You can say it, bro. You can say it. We all know. Just say it.
Yeah, they can't watch you live thing. Ben Cohen, Bitcoin Maxi. Thanks for pumping out videos, of course. Teaching normies how to fish. Exactly. Yeah. Kyle in our private group yesterday on our mastermind call, he said that not only do we just teach guys how to fish, we teach them how to fish with the fucking spare string and fucking can of soda they have and make fucking makeshift fucking rods and shit. So yeah, definitely. So we meet you where you're at and help you learn. And then as you bounce ideas off the other 140 people almost in the group, you start to then you find out what technique you like best. But at the beginning, we meet you where you're at and help you do exactly what you want to do. Investing in blue chips, perfect.
I lived in Thailand in 2015, and the prices on condos have not changed. There you go. What do you think the house prices were in 2015 in UK or fucking USA? What do you think rent was? What do you think fucking normie expenses was in 2015 compared to 2026? And in Thailand, they haven't changed. That's the difference. That's the fucking difference. I think the next steps for you, Jake, is to pivot from crypto content to pod content, and you'll see gains. I've already been a fucking stripper, so I've done that.
Pod Maxi, bro.
I've done that. I've been paid to, you know what? I've done that. and there's no content you're going to find available online. This was before you guys' time.
Bro,
Okay,
leak the truth.
Everybody knows I used to be a stripper of some sort, I guess you could say, but a little bit more. Like I had to do it. I had to get paid to play. You saw a little bit more. You were probably still in your diapers. Okay. I was fucking out there grafting at 19, 20, 21, 22, taking clothes off for £60 an hour, spending it on alcohol immediately after. And thinking, how the fuck I'm making £60 an hour? People are making £6 an hour, and I've got nothing left to show for it because I had a fucking expense problem. That was the issue. No matter how much money you would have gave me, and we know guys like this, you know what I'm talking about. If I was getting paid £1,000 an hour, I would have found a way to spend it. So it doesn't matter how much you make; it's also how much you can keep. Pog Maxi, when you next trade in, I try and trade with Bobby Monday to Friday, every day, but it's becoming impossible because Parker keeps selling too many guys on his fucking DeFi masterclass. So I miss all the streams. I'm not hating him, but that's why.
Don't forget to remind Jake that your content is better.
Yeah, for the 4 people in his live chat. It is better. but no, it is better. Some people need total different things. Like I said, I'm good, bad cop, he's good cop, right? I'm going to be more aggressive on you. He's going to give you more tactical advice, but this is why we work well together. And I couldn't be more happy. I couldn't be more happy with having him part of the group, right?
I think you're very good top of funnel. You're very good for the person that hasn't discovered it yet, and you kind of channel it in, and then I get to the more autistic fucking bullshit that will just lose any beginner at the beginning a lot of times.
Yeah. It's a great fucking sequence, and hopefully in 10 years' time we're still doing the same thing. Maybe not, maybe we are, but I like working with him. Hopefully he can say the same, and like it works well because we fucking like each other, not in that way, in the real world, and we get along because we're not really. We want money. We want you guys to get results, but we can also have a conversation where it's not like always about business. And if you can find that in your life, I promise you, don't let that guy go. There's very few guys that I can say I have them on a couple of my hands. Best fucking business relationships, friend relationships in the world.
Yeah. I mean, Vegas, yeah. When I met you in Vegas again last year, it's like that just felt good, bro. It was just natural.
It felt good because you were sleeping right next to me.
It bro, don't make it weird, bro. You were in that bathroom being freaky, man.
And on that note, it's been a pleasure. We're going to be live again on Tuesday. Hopefully in the fucking podcast room. If not, we're going to have some
I'll just join from my MacBook. It'll be all good. GG.
Don't fucking blame me. On Tuesday, though, we have an onboarding call at 2 to 3 p.m. Then it films some long forms, and then we need to go live. So there's a lot of work to be done, even for me and Parker. We don't stop. But we do this because we want you to fucking see what's possible out there. So me and Parker will be back in on Tuesday. We've got a lot of work to do in between with our community. All that to say, guys, I hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got some value. I hope you can read between the lines on this kind of video. Okay, don't hate on any of the YouTubers that we talked about. Some guys just, it needs to be said because nobody else will say it, right? Because everybody's tagged your little contracts. You can't say this. We'll fucking say it, but we don't want to be mean, right? Nobody go and give any guys hate. Because you got to focus on yourself. Okay, you can give me and Parker hate all your time. We have thick skin, but at the end of the day, you're just making yourself down, right? So we want you guys to win. We want you guys to start taking this week, next month, this year with a fucking grip. Because if you don't, you're going to be here again in 27, and we will still be here, but you'll still be in the same situation, if not worse. GG.
GG. See you boys soon.
GG.